Hey everyone, Pastor Aaron here. Coming live to you guys from my basement. Mostly because we're all kind of cooped up right now because of the whole COVID-19 thing, and secondly because I can't record this anywhere else in my house because my children are monsters, and it's impossible to do any audio type things with them around. So I love them very much. They're not monsters. They just act like monsters sometimes. And so here we are, and students, super bummed that we're not hanging out tonight because I love seeing you guys, and I love, letting God speak through me to you. So this is kind of weird, but I guess, kind of neat at the same time. So, but I wanted to talk to you tonight about something that I think is really applicable to every single one of us. And so we're just going to be a couple minutes, not going to make this a long deal, because it's through video and whatever. So, but I think God really has something awesome for us to talk about tonight. So that's what we're going to do. So if you have your Bibles with you, you can pause this and just grab them. Bust open Ephesians chapter 4, and we're just going to get started right off the bat right now. So here we go. In light of all this, here's what I want you to do. While I'm locked up here, a prisoner for the Master, I want you to get out there and walk. Better yet, run on the road God called you to travel. I don't want any of you sitting around on your hands. I don't want anyone strolling off down some path that goes nowhere. And mark that you do this with humility and discipline, not in fits and starts, but steadily pouring yourselves out for each other in acts of love, alert at noticing differences, and quick at mending fences. Now, when Paul wrote this to the Ephesian church, he was locked up in prison. And I think that's really apropos to all of us because we all kind of feel like we're locked up in our houses right now. I am. We're not really supposed to go anywhere, and I can't go to church and work right now. So, Denise and I are working from home, and our kids are home because they can't go to school. And so we're all home together, and they're trying to work on school, and we're trying to work on work. And, our toddler is trying to work on driving all of us crazy. It's really interesting. And so, because of that, I think there's something that's really appropriate for all of us. And tonight I want to talk to you guys about patience. And if you look at that last verse we just read, although that translation doesn't use that word directly, if you just take a quick look at it, you can clearly see that Paul's talking about patience. And so, what is patience? A lot of us aren't very good at it. And so we might not really even know exactly what it is. Webster's dictionary describes patience as the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. And the reason why I think that's so important to all of us now is because we're all facing delays, troubles, and sufferings because of COVID-19. So tonight I'm going to keep this really simple. Tonight I just want to minister and encourage you because I know when I'm facing trouble, I want God and others to minister to me. So, for every student, parent, adult, or child watching, I really implore you and encourage you, be patient with each other. Because we are all frustrated right now. We are all a little confused and we are all a little worried about tomorrow. And when we get impatient, we lose sight of the good things and the good people in our life. We miss out on the beauty of the person right in front of us because we can't see past the small amount of frustration they've put into our face. We miss out on the good side of circumstances and forget the many blessings God has given us. We confuse what's right for what's wrong. So be patient with that person next to you who may be losing their mind. Students, be patient with your mom and dad. Parents, be patient with your kids. Be patient with your siblings, even if you don't like each other very much. Be patient with your friends and your peers. Be patient with your coworkers. And be patient with strangers. But above all else, be patient with yourself, because you will make mistakes. Your words will ruin someone's day and hurt their hearts. Your actions will push those you love away. Your thoughts will turn you against yourself. But be patient, because you will also do great things. Your words will lift up the heavy chin of a hurting person and fill their heart with hope. Your actions will inspire others to be kind and patient with someone else. Your thoughts will push you to be the best version of yourself. With your every word, action, and thought, you will either bring death or infuse life into the souls of those around you. If you are patient with yourself and with others, you will do far more of the latter. When you see someone battling life, don't lose patience with them because they are a mess. Why wouldn't they be anything else? They are at war with themselves. Of course they're going to be a mess. So instead of losing patience, remember when you were once at war with yourself and how hard that was. So be patient with that person. Lift them up. Walk with them. Fight with them. Clean their wounds. Carry them. Celebrate their every victory and hold them close after every defeat. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 18 says, "So the Lord must wait for you to come to him so he can show you his love and compassion. For the Lord is a faithful God. Blessed are those who wait for his help." We must be patient with each other because God has been patient with us. When I first got to 6th grade in middle school, I got a locker. And that was dope because I had a place where I could store all my stuff and I could lock it up and no one could take it. I thought that was awesome. There was like a super thief in my 5th grade class who stole everything that wasn't nailed down. So having a locker where I could put my stuff in that I knew I wouldn't lose, I was super excited about that. But then I came across a challenge that every 6th grader must face that really had me frustrated and troubled and facing suffering. And that was the locker lock. Everyone knows this. Whenever you first see it, I went to a budget elementary school. We didn't have any of these when I was there. So when I went to a public school in 6th grade, I had first encountered this. And this thing drove me nuts. Because I was constantly fighting with it. Because I would forget. Because I would get impatient that when you put this combination in, there's a certain way you have to do it. And if you don't do it, it's going to fail every time. Even if the combination's right. Because you got to scroll to the left, and then you got to hit the first number, and then you got to go to the right and skip the second number, and then get back to it the second time, and then go back. And I would always forget, in my impatience to get places, I would forget an important step. And then I would get mad at myself. And then I would start fighting with this thing and I'm freaking out. But when I would slow down and be patient, then I would remember the right combination to the lock and the right sequence and all the right steps. I could get my locker open. Your patience is the combination that unlocks the door for the victory of others over their suffering and trouble. So let's be the light that pierces someone's darkness. Let's be patient with each other. Pop open those locks so that God can move in our lives together. I love you guys. I miss you. I'm praying for you. I'll see you soon.